Man United set deadline on Paul Pogba future with Glazers desperate for solution. Manchester United want Paul Pogba's future resolved by Christmas as they scramble to keep the midfielder, reports say. The France international has less than a year left on his current contract and is free to negotiate with European clubs in January. But the Red Devils want him to stay and remain in talks with Mino Raiola. Manchester United signed Pogba back in the summer transfer window of 2016. The France international returned from Juventus 4 years after he'd quit the club during Sir Alex Ferguson's time in charge. So far, Pogba's second spell at Old Trafford has been mixed. He won the Carabao Cup and Europa League titles under José Mourinho, but hasn't won a trophy in over 4 years. Pogba is happy with life under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but, still, uncertainty loiters over his long-term future. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz, and the Sun say United want the 28-year-old situation resolved by Christmas, with the Glazers desperate to keep the World Cup winner at the club. While Pogba hasn't been consistent since moving back to United, he's still one of the best players in the world when operating at the peak of his powers. And United know their chances of securing Premier League and Champions League glory are enhanced by maintaining the services of the player. For Pogba himself, silverware is key. The midfielder wants to play in a team he feels can genuinely compete for major honors, having only won on the international stage with France since 2017. Don't miss Man United set Kane price by Tottenham chief Levy convinced Arsenal make Arteta sack decision. Kita agent calls out Liverpool boss Klopp. He's been impressed by the club's captures of Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho and Raphael Varane, with the trio all touching down back in the summer. And what ultimately happens remains to be seen. United are still talking to Raiola, Pogba's agent, about a contract extension that would be worth close to £400,000 a week. And they're confident they'll be able to convince the France international into staying put, despite the struggles they've endured so far. Meanwhile, United have been linked with a host of midfielders amid uncertainty over Pogba's future at the club. And they were recently backed to move for Paris Saint-Germain's Marco Verratti, who sparkled last week in a Champions League victory over Manchester City. Ashley Young endorsed a move for the Italy international, insisting he'd be the perfect fit for Solskjaer's team. I think United are missing a trick in the center of midfield. I think Paul Pogba needs to play there, Young told BBC 5 Live. At the weekend he was playing out towards the left. I don't think that's Paul's best position. I think he wants to control play and he wants to dictate. He's a player who can find passes, the way Carrick used to do. Young continued, the Michael Carrick type has been missing for years. They haven't gone out and replaced Michael Carrick. Don't get me wrong, Fred and McTominay are good players, but I don't think there's a Michael Carrick around. I was watching the PSG v Man City game yesterday and I think Marco Verratti is the closest one, and nobody's gone out